What is up, YouTubes? We are back with some huge news about the world's strongest man. Stay tuned, hit like, hit subscribe, and enjoy the video. It is official. I have got my, I don't want to say official twice. I do. I said it's official. I've got my official invite. That feels weird, right? It's weird. You're weird. You're weird. Yeah. I got my invite to World's Strongest Man. I got it. I'm set, ready to go. I guess they emailed me. I hadn't seen it, and so they put up a post on their Instagram. Check them out, World's Strongest Man on Instagram. And it didn't have my name on the list of athletes, and I was like, what is going on here? How are you not gonna have the American Monster at World's Strongest Man? Luckily, it was my fault. I hadn't responded. I was looking on their Instagram to kind of talk to you guys about who was going, but it seems like the whole post got taken down. So I'm not exactly sure on the list of people. I do know some information. We're gonna talk about that. I know what we're doing, where we're going, all that kind of stuff. And so we've got some news for you. I don't have the full list of athletes as they pulled it off their Instagram. I think they're gonna update it. There's been a lot of shifting and moving. We're kind of wrapping up one of the hardest year and a half of almost all of our lives. You know, we all went through some stuff. I know you guys probably know what happened with my family, and you know, a lot of us had a lot of issues, and it's hard to have anybody tied down to say, yes, we're gonna do this, or no, we're not gonna do that. What I can tell you is that June 15th through the 20th in Sacramento, California, World's Strongest Man will be held, and I'll be there. I'll be there June 10th. I'll be ready to go. I'm probably gonna go out early just to acclimate and be ready. I'm not too far from Sacramento, so I'll just drive down, get a house, hang out, be ready to roll. We are just about 11 weeks out from that right now. Training's going great. Everything's coming along. I had little hiccups here and there. Most of you guys know about the process I'm going through to be a better deadlifter. That's going great. I've just seen huge growth. What the biggest thing for me has been is my back doesn't hurt. That's been the hardest thing in this sport for me, is the back pain. And they say if you're gonna dance with the devil, you might as well lead. That's kind of what I've been doing. I knew I was messed up, and I knew I was tweaked and probably needed surgery, but we're here. We're at the prom. You know, I'm thinking I'm gonna try and the prom queen. Back issues have been feeling way better. Quality of life has gone way up because of it. It's been a good prep. It's been really good prep. We've still got 11 weeks, and I feel like that's the cherry on top. Got some really great stuff coming in between then. I'm gonna either go back up to Colorado and train with Shaw, or Shaw's gonna come down here to Idaho and we'll get some training in. You guys will have to definitely tune in to check that stuff out. Hopefully I can hit up Kevin Ferris out in Salt Lake. He's only a couple hours away. I'd like to get a few more sessions in with some of the guys like that. I'll be in Texas training with the boys out there. I'm feeling good. I felt like last year left a really bad taste in my mouth. I was really well prepared, worked really hard, fought through some incredible tough times. I'm not trying to get sympathy points. We all had a rough year. So, you know, you don't have to feel bad for me. I'm just telling you the way it is. It was incredibly tough to get prepared, incredibly tough. I just kind of lost my groove in the last couple weeks, and it only took that long for me to put on weight, to me to lose some cardio, for me to feel way less confident. Is that my possibility to get back in the finals? You know, I mean, even at that, like, I was still right there. I was in third place. I had an easy stone run to crush, and it just didn't come together. So I feel like this year, with the training, with where my head is, with where everything's going on, I feel like this is gonna be so much better. I'm in such a better place. I feel so much healthier. I'm so much stronger. Cardio's way better. And it's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna come out and actually get to be me. Aside from all that, you know, me business, let's talk about Worlds itself. When I looked at the list, like I said, it's subject to change. I did see on there Brian Shaw's going, obviously. I was so glad Brian Shaw's going. First of all, Brian's one of my best friends in the sport. I love him to death. Second of all, I'm a competitor. I want my shot to be, hands down, the greatest American strongman who ever lived. Hands down. In my opinion, the greatest strongman who ever existed is Brian Shaw. There's no arguing that he's the greatest American of all time. That is settled. There's no discussion. I want a shot to get him. I want a shot to beat him. And like, it felt like so devastating last year when Brian didn't know if he was coming back and I had that bad showing and I was just like, I want that shot. Say I go out there, I give 110% and Brian inches away and beats me. Even at that, like, I can live with that. I can be okay with that. I can't be okay with being lined up with the best and not performing at my best. And that, for an athlete, that's just like someone sticking you with a knife over and over and over. And you gotta think about it. And every time you come to the gym, and for the first 4 months when you come home, it's all everybody wants to freaking talk about. And then, you know, like it becomes a part of who you are. I am so grateful that I get another shot with the greatest American strongman to ever live. To me, the greatest strongman who's ever existed. I want a shot. And I'm not saying I'm gonna beat him. I'm not saying I'm gonna beat him. But I want that shot. I want to line up with him. I got in the sport to beat the best, and taking Brian down in one show, like that would be such a feather in my cap. And you guys know how we are. We bust each other's, you know, back, I'll say. I won't say the other word. But we mess with each other all the time. We're teasing each other and stuff. If I beat Brian in an event, I tease him for months. If I beat Brian in a show, oh man. I'm gonna call him on his birthday. I'm gonna call him on Christmas. I'm gonna send him videos like on New Year's. Happy New Year's, remember the time I beat you? For the rest of his life. That's the only thing we're ever gonna talk about, is how I beat him. So that is hopefully motivation enough for him not to lose to me. It's definitely motivation enough for me to win. Some other names that I looked at on the list that weren't there, I did not see Martins Licis or Kielkowski. Now, Kielkowski last year missed because he had torn his tricep and he needed some more work done, and I thought he'd be ready, but it seems like he's not. I'm not, like I said, it's subject to change. Possibly he's still gonna be there, but he wasn't on that list, and he wasn't saying that he was confident he was going. And from what I saw, he said that he thought he needed more time. You know, that's disappointing because he's such a savage, and what you guys don't understand is he's one of the best men that go. Like, to me, what makes the character of a man or a good character in a woman is they hold to their word. They're willing to speak honestly. Like the way I'm talking to you guys here like this, I do this with everybody. And sometimes it makes people uncomfortable that I'm like looking in your face, talking to you like this, but this is how I was raised. I was raised to talk like this. There's a lot of guys out there who won't do that, and whether or not it's because they're nervous or shy, or because they're talking bad about you behind your back and they don't want to look you in the face because of it. Like, there's all of that exists in strongman. I hate hearing people pretend that we all get along and stuff. It's so ridiculous. Like, this is a professional sport where our families are depending on us to feed them. Those guys are not out there with lollipops up their butt and bubble gum, like having a great time, you know? This is not what we're here for. We're not the Lollipop Guild, we're strongmen. He's one of those guys that I always respected. I think he's a savage, tough, strong, hardworking man, and he's a real dude. The kind of guy who I'd invite down here to hang out and shoot guns with, you know? Bummed out to see that he wasn't going. I also saw on the list Martins Licis is not going. I don't know what's going on with Martins. He got hurt a while ago. Seemed like, I mean, at least from all accounts, from everyone I knew, from seeing him, it seemed like it wasn't a big deal. But, you know, maybe he's just got a good poker face and he's fine. He's training, but he's not gonna do worlds. Like, he's skipping worlds. He's going straight for the Arnold. I don't know why he's chosen to do that. Like, there's, you know, a lot of guys have a lot of different reasons why they choose one show over another. I think the best show in the world is World's Strongest Man. I do think that Giants Live's top tier, amazing. Arnold Schwarzenegger show got so much better the last 2 years. It's run now by Ode Haugen, and Ode, in my opinion, Ode is one of the 4 founding fathers of strongman. You know, if we had like a Mount Rushmore, Ode would be on it. So if you don't know who Ode Haugen is, look him up. He's a savage, he's almost 70 and he's still breaking world records in grip and stuff. So he's prepped and ready to do the Arnold. He's skipping out on World's Strongest Man. I don't know what that means. I don't know where he's at, or if like he'd even be a threat at this moment because he's hurt, or what's going on. It's hard to tell with Martins. Like, I know I see videos of him traveling around and squatting heavy, running with heavy stuff, doing heavy lifts. And I remember watching him train when he was in Florida. I think if he's not 100%, he's close to it. He's just obviously not ready to do both shows, and so he's going to focus on Arnold. Returning will be the World's Strongest Man, the champ, Oleksiy Novikov, who is just another one of these guys I have so much respect for. He's hardworking, very, very straightforward guy. Badass, man. He's a kid. I think he's 26, 25. He's so young in the sport. And he's already a champ. So I'm really glad to see him coming back. I'm excited to see how things line up, events. You know, it seems like most of the guys are coming back. A lot, you know, we got Adam Bishop, Luke and Tom Stoltman, you know, just to name some of my favorite guys. You know, what's funny is I'm sure people are like, your favorite guys are those Englishmen? It's like, I only pretend to hate England, guys, just so you know. We're on my channel, so I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. I don't hate England. What happened is I wanted to piss off the crowd and give them a show, and it just stuck. It just happened. And they loved it, man. I'm telling you, I went to England and they booed the heck out of me, and then they all waited in line to give me hugs afterwards and thanked me for doing what I did. And it's like, some people have this thing in their head where they think that's all real, and it's not. I'm very, very comfortable when I go to England. I like it. It's so much easier than any of the other crazy trips when you're in like weird parts of China and stuff. All that aside, I don't have any beef with England. On here, we can talk. Again, you watch Worlds and I'll say different things. This is my channel. This is me and you talking. So you guys can understand, I don't really have that issue. But if you click on Worlds 2021 and you hear me saying a bunch of horrible stuff about Adam Bishop and how he's a weak Englishman, then you'll know why. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's entertainment. Ton of these guys coming back. I think pretty much everybody. We have no information so far about events or what's going on. We know Worlds is pretty standard in a lot of ways. You're gonna have an overhead, you're gonna have either a squat or a dead, you're gonna have a moving event, you're gonna have a random event, which is either like finger fingers, or it's gonna be truck pull, or it's gonna be arm over arm. There's that random event, and then you're gonna have your stones. I don't know if we're gonna do the stone off at the end the way we have the last 3 years. I wish we would get back to a regular series, a stone series, just so we could see who actually earned the win rather than who's the best stone lifter. I don't think the best stone lifter deserves any extra credit. I mean, if we're gonna do it that way, why don't we just have the best log lifter get extra credit and he gets to go to the finals? Then it'll be me. For me, for right now, it's just all about prep. Like making sure the cardio's there, making sure my head's there, and feeling good. So June 15th, we'll be ready to rock and roll. If you guys have any other questions about World's Strongest Man or about anything coming up, training wise, what you wanna see, any of that kind of stuff, make sure that you comment below and hit me up on Instagram. That's probably where I'm most active. Just comment on my posts and stuff and, you know, say like what you wanna see. I'm easy to find. We got these new water bottles and you're out there staying hydrated and you're looking pretty. You stay stoned, don't get toned. Make sure you hit the link below to check out Bunker Branding and get all of your strong and pretty gear, and stay hydrated, y'all. Stay safe, stay strong, stay pretty.